Alright, so what you got here?
Oh my gosh. This
Some
just,
wires.
oh my gosh, that's so wild to me.
You got wires all here. There.
It's just crazy.
Over here.
Look at,
That's there. That's there. Down there.
and your dad heard it pulling.
Right here.
Jeez.
On one side, and the other side the same way. So you come over here to this one. And you've got wires sticking out here, which are easy to kind of see. Wire here.
You can see it pulling out right there too.
You see them pulling there.
Yeah.
Spin it around.
Oh my gosh. How did we not
You
see
got more
this
there.
going out on the last trip? I don't.
More here. It would have had to happen on the last trip.
Yeah.
And likewise,
We went to Lafayette.
spin it on the other side. And then,
Yeah, I see it right there.
yeah, there you go. So say they're over here too. I just didn't clean both sides of it.
So, like, when you were
'cause it
pulling
wasn't
out,
underneath.
well, no, and then, like, when your dad was standing there and you
No.
were pulling out, you heard, like, that grinding noise from these tires?
It sounds, there's a defined noise. I don't know if it grinds. But
Oh.
also look at your shape here.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
From the front, it's real egg-shaped here.
Yeah.
And then when you look at one that's not egg-shaped, you look at the spare. And on the spare,
Yeah.
they're basically flat. So when you look at it, kind of the same dimension. It's not. No,
Yeah, egged up.
right. It's not like an egg.
I just don't understand how our tires would have gotten that way. We haven't gone nowhere close to
Right.
the mileage they claim was capable on these tires.
No, we've got about 3,500 miles, give or take.
Right.
We run tire pressure monitors on them,
Right. Yeah.
so
Hold on, babe.
they're aired up the way they're supposed to be, per the sticker on here.
Yeah, the
and
sticker
we
tells you
monitor.
right here, right?
Right, it says what you're supposed to air them up to,
Yeah.
right up here. So
Okay.
it's all on your sticker, 65.
Uh-huh.
So they're aired up the way they're supposed to. We monitor them to make sure nothing gets hot.
It happened on the road when we came back then, because you would have seen that when we were, even I would have seen, I
Well,
feel
one
like
side started reading about 2 degrees higher than the other side
on the way back, right?
on the way back. But you can clearly see the difference in them, how
Right.
they're just kind of
Oh wow, yeah, like a
little more wavy.
that one is way egg-shaped versus that one.
But they're coming apart, so we will not be putting these back on there. And I already told Zach
Yeah.
to swap his out too on his new camper.
Oh, did he have the same brand too?
I don't know. It's a
Castle
possibility.
Rock? Yeah, because like when your dad was looking them up, everybody was like, these are the trashiest brands ever.
Right.
Which we have seen way more of these Wolf Pups, this exact same brand, on the road lately. Like when we first got it, I didn't see that many, but now, like, you know how they say when you get it, you feel like you see everybody, but I don't feel like we saw that many people in this one. Because when did we get this? 2020...
2021 probably, or 2020. One of the two.
22, I think, or 21.
It could be
because we had the tent pop up before, the pop up, and then we got this one.
Right.
But this last year especially, I feel like I've seen way more of these out, which is, that's what scared me. It was like, that's a lot of people with that brand, and then your dad was looking it up, where was he, like Amazon or something with this brand, or online?
He was looking online.
Not on Amazon,
Right.
Googling it, yeah.
But
That's what's scary to me, that many people probably have these tires because it's what came with it and on it, and we haven't gone anywhere close. Like, the more I look at it, it's just crazy. That didn't happen when we left.
Right.
It
So
was
switch them out. You got 3,500 miles.
3,500 miles. Gotta switch them out.
Switch them out. They're not
Yeah.
worth
No. Well, I think our lives matter more. That's just so crazy
Right.
to me, how that looks. So.
it. But we'll update again tomorrow
Yeah.
with the camera,
Yeah.
with the new tires,
Yeah.
and we'll take it for a drive to see,
Okay.
make sure nothing's wrong with them,
Yeah.
and then we'll start the next
Leg up of the
mileage
journey.
run on. Wonder what they'll last.
What brand are we getting this time? Then
We're going with the Gladiator.
Gladiator. What did they
Yes.
say about that one?
The guy in Henderson was really high on them.
Okay.
They carried another tire that a friend had, but these were better, heavier, and had a better rating than his. They're the same size as these. They're still the D-rated 8-ply, which is what these are.
Okay. What's D-rated mean?
It's the kind of your ply rating. It kind of goes hand in hand. So you've got like a C rating. A lot of times, which would be probably like a 6-ply, 8-ply. A lot of times, it's a D. 10-ply would be like a possibly an E. But your ply ratings and your alphabetical rating on them kind of go hand in hand.
So what's like
just
the
like your
best then?
Next number.
Because when I hear D, I think like poor.
Well, it doesn't work that way.
No, I know. That's why I'm like.
So it depends on what you have and what is best.
Okay.
Because every different weight camper, trailer, vehicle have a different rated tire based off of what they're made for and what they're designed for and their weight capacity.
Okay.
Just like the speed rating on them is also a certain way. So every vehicle, based off of capability and handling and what they're designed for, has a different speed rated tire. And the same applies to campers, haulers, trailers. Everything has a different rating based off the design purpose. And so, you look at what's your best option. We're going with the factory size, which is still what the factory recommends.
Yeah.
Based off of the weight of the camper, the cargo capacities, the weight capacities, and your speed ratings. You should definitely not over speed, because then you could have issues as well. Just like you shouldn't run under or over inflated tires. You should run what they suggest. So, which is what we're trying to do. But it didn't matter this time.
No, and you had the tire pressure thing inside the vehicle, right? Did we have that originally, like where you could see it inside the vehicle, or did you install that?
We did not originally have it. It's something that we added.
Yeah. I
Feel
like a lot of people.
Axle, instead of double axle, I felt more secure with this going down the road. Being able to monitor tire temperature and pressure actively.
Right.
Versus in between stops.
Right.
So with a tandem or more axle, at least you have reinforcements or backups. If one tire blows, you still have another to assist with your slow down.
Okay.
With a single axle, when one side blows or one side has an issue, then it's quite severe, quite quick.
Right.
So do your due diligence, basically.
I feel like most people should have that, but it was almost kind of crazy that it didn't notice that, but it went down like what, 1?
Right. It wasn't like this before we went.
No.
Because I check everything myself before we go.
No, I know it wasn't.
So you've got about 500 miles.
Weird. So
we had about 250-ish on the way there and 250 on the way back. So it would have happened somewhere over the course of those 500-mile trips where we would have ended up with this.
Yeah.
So watch tread wear, check pressures, pay attention to your temperatures, and actually visually inspect your tires.
And I guess those stops that we're adding on there with Elan's thing, his link that he put on for the YouTube videos and stuff, where we're stopping, I think that's like a good thing to look at when you're stopped at all those different gas stations when you're...
Absolutely.
Because like he was putting those links for like good stops, so he hits up different places than we do where we go. So that map is kind of helpful, especially like the last place we stopped at. It was a nice spot for campers to pull in easily, especially with the diesel and all. But like, there's been some shady ones we pulled into that were amazing that we pulled out of them. But like, I think that's pretty good to note something like that when you're like stopping at different places, and then you can check that while you're stopped. Because
absolutely,
I know you didn't see that at all.
No, it wasn't visual.
No.
To me. So I didn't like the shape of them.
No.
But the shape probably happened quite a bit before the wire started shoving out of them. Like,
that just freaks me out after like looking online at people's like stuff blown up. That's really scary.
That's
that
one
whole
trip away from major accident.
Well, and then we were pulling before with the silver one, so we would have maybe been a little better in the red one versus the silver truck, but like still
vehicle weight.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just wild. Right. So I guess tomorrow we'll see what it looks like when you stick it on and what that looks like.
Yeah,
so,
we'll get them on there and we'll give them a go.
Yeah.
So.
Yay.
Oh, glory.
Oh, glory.
Oh, nice and flat now.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No bands, no metal sticking out or poke me.
Were these new or used or like?
These are new.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I would not go with a used tire.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they're a new tire. They sell a lot of them.
The Glad?
There, apparently.
Mm.
The got most of the information on them as far
That's
as
good.
your PSI ratings, your pounds, your load. So they're definitely rated slightly better than the other tires we had beforehand. So only thing I am going to do is double check the pressure on them before I put them on, because if it's not where it needs to be, because we need to run 65 pounds.
Right.
So I said 65, then I thought I heard him say 55 to the fellows that were doing them. But I also just could have misunderstood what he said. So, but yeah, everything's flat like it's supposed to be. Nothing's all egg-shaped like it was. You know, a trusted tire now from local people. So,
yeah. At least I know we won't die on this trip.
These are also balanced, where the factory set was not balanced.
Oh.
So you actually have wheel weights.
Is that what that is there?
Right. It's
Okay.
a pretty decent amount of weight on there, but considering that the last set wasn't balanced at all, it's a massive improvement. See, this one's just at this much weighting, which is about, I would say, about your average here. So it should have a, less vibration, things like that, considering that they're actually balanced this time. So I don't know why people would not balance any tire, but apparently they do.
Oh.
So, so either way we go, we're better off than what we were before. So they're good. 65 pounds. So,
From Walmart tomorrow too.
I mean, I don't care.
You want me to just make sure I get Cokes at least for you?
Yeah. Then I'll get my alcohol.
Okay. And I'll get Sprite for Aislinn or some sort of juice.
No.
Oh, gotta make sure. I know I've got a gallon of water in there already, but I'll get a couple more. I feel like it's never a bad thing to have a couple gallons, especially with the dog. So.
Yeah, we'll be taking him this time.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, if you want him to go in mine, that's fine, because I've got the covering in mine. And I guess Aislinn will go with you, because she'll be happy about her prime seating and satellite and everything. I'm tired. I'm gonna have to not be a passenger princess this time, Dad.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something for us all?
It's Aislinn. Aislinn will be the passenger princess now. Although I feel like she'll talk to you a lot. I like how Elon put on his list that.
So I could tell you how to torque them, but I really can't show how to torque them without the camper on the ground, because I don't think I'll be able to get enough hold. I can try with my foot here. So let's see. Like I said, I doubt I can get enough on it, but we'll try.
So what are you trying to do?
So a torque wrench.
Oh, that thing.
I've got to set it down on the ground. The torque wrenches have torque wrench has a rating of pounds.
Oh, okay.
So, and then you set it based off of whatever the manufacturer suggests.
Okay.
So in theory, what happens is you tighten them down and it pops at a certain level whenever you hit the pounds that it requires.
It pops.
You'll hear it.
Oh. Okay.
And that means it's tight enough.
Right.
And then you go to the next one. And then you tighten it until it pops.
And what'd you say you needed it on the ground for?
Because I'm not going to be able to hold this tire
yeah.
and set it at the actual poundage.
Right.
I'm not going to say what poundage to put it at because it could be different for everybody's.
Okay.
So therefore, I'll get everything tight. And then I'll set it down on the ground, hooked up to the truck basically.
Okay.
And then I'll re-torque it down where it can't move to our spec. So, but that's how that does work.
Okay.
So they don't come loose and come off going down the road.
You know.
So, but, right.
The things you learn.
Yep. Plenty of things to learn.